Whoever disputes that.
Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show, the video live stream edition. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel.
Here I am.
Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday to you.
We were just listening, and we'll talk about financial matters and the federal government here in a few minutes. One of the things that really piqued my interest, so much so that I texted Mike about it over the weekend. President Donald Trump saying that he wants the credit card companies by January 20th.
Yes.
This month.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8 days away.
Right.
He wants the credit card companies to cap interest rates at 10% for a year.
For a year.
I have so many questions. So many questions. Also, huge in the news. We don't need to talk too much about this, but we'll at least mention it. Jerome Powell under investigation, criminal investigation by the Justice Department over his testimony to Congress and the renovations at the Federal Reserve, the historic Federal Reserve building. Like, by the way, does he really have anything to do with that?
Yeah, that's what my question is.
Renovation?
Jerome Powell really signing the checks on who's doing what at the renovation? I don't think so.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. And obviously, Jerome Powell believes everything is politically motivated about his move on interest rates or lack thereof.
Right.
So we'll talk about that.
Which kind of seems that way. Doesn't seem that way. But.
Well, if the interest rates had moved in the direction that the president had wanted, would this investigation have gone forward? I think that's the key question people want to know.
That's what inquiring minds want to know.
Jerome Powell issued a statement last night, saying, and a video of his statement, saying this new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It's not about Congress's oversight role. He says the threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public rather than following the preferences of the president. So anyway.
I definitely think it's critically important for the Federal Reserve not to be tied to a current administration.
Yeah.
Because you could see where that would easily get twisted off the track as well.
And that's why the term of a Federal Reserve chairman is not 2 years, it's not 4 years, it's 6 years. Right. So it won't fit in the window of at least one term of a president.
Correct.
Or within, I guess, a lot of senators, at least 2/3 of the Senate. So anyway, so the DOJ has launched a criminal probe into Jerome Powell. So that'll have Washington talking. While Washington's talking about that, as we mentioned on the radio program here a moment ago, President Donald Trump will be in Michigan tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what news will he make tomorrow? What news do we think he's going to make tomorrow?
Coming to Detroit.
Yeah. He'll talk about manufacturing. He'll talk about trade.
Yep.
Probably talk about the governor a little bit. Wonder what they'll say about the governor.
It won't be good.
You don't think?
No.
They've been getting along pretty well for the last year. She's kind of kept her head down on this. I mean, she's not up for re-election. I think the chances of her running for the nomination have gone down.
Yeah. I don't think she's close enough to the top of the pile to be a contender for.
She had been.
She was.
She had been.
She was, but
Gavin Newsom seems to be the rising star in that. So anyway, we'll talk about these things. We've got local news coming up in just a couple of moments.
I had heard something the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's true or not.
Oh, great. Well, we might as well talk about it. Go ahead.
Right. That Gavin Newsom is somehow related to Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, I think there is something to that.
Like a nephew or
something
like that?
Yeah, look it up. Maybe like a great nephew. All right, we'll come back in just a couple of moments. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
It's 2026, not 2006. Your antivirus shouldn't feel like a dial-up. WebRoot Essentials protects your new and old devices without slowing them down. It scans 6 times faster, uses 33 times less space, and it's ranked #1 against Norton, McAfee, basically all the usual suspects. And right now, you can get an exclusive 60% off when you go to webroot.com/offer. Lock in the smarter, lighter, faster protection your devices deserve and get WebRoot Essentials today. That's webroot.com/offer for 60% off.
WSJM News now.
Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:05 on your Monday morning, January 12th. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. It's the WSJM morning show. We've got temperatures outside right now. It's a little chilly, even though what it says on the thermometer is one thing. It feels colder. Par for the course. 31 degrees and windy in St. Joseph under clear skies right now. The feels like is about 11, which is an improvement of 2 degrees in the last couple hours.
Heating up.
Heating up. 29 degrees in Benton Harbor where it's windy. South Haven, we've got windy conditions, clear skies, and 31 degrees. In New Buffalo, it's 26. Niles and Buchanan, you've got 24 degrees and mostly clear skies. The forecast for today does call for partly sunny and warmer conditions, a high around 40. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, a low around 30. Tuesday, we're going to get some mostly cloudy skies and some rain possibly moving in. A 40% chance of rain on Tuesday. High around 43 degrees. Wind gusts out of the southwest up to 30 miles per hour.
Ooh.
Kite flying
Yeah,
weather.
it is.
Yeah, Wednesday's forecast, mostly cloudy and cool. 50% chance of precipitation, whether it's rain or snow, we don't know yet. On Wednesday, 50% chance of precipitation. High is going to be around 35 degrees and a low around 30. Okay, some of the news from the WSJM newsroom. We told you about this earlier. No injuries reported after a grain bin fire led to evacuations in Decatur over the weekend. Yeah, the village officials there ordered residents for a significant distance around a facility at South George Street and East Sherwood. If you've been in Decatur, you've seen the grain silos right there.
Yeah.
Right there in town. Folks around there had to leave their homes Saturday morning due to safety concerns connected to the fire. Firefighters say grain fires can escalate quickly. There's also the possibility of explosion, and police report the temperatures at that site during the fire exceeded dangerous levels. The Decatur VFW Hall served as a temporary shelter, and residents were allowed to return home Saturday afternoon. Again, the good news there, no injuries reported.
So if a grain elevator silo catches on fire,
Yes.
I'm assuming that would relieve an extraordinary amount of popcorn.
Well, I mean, come on, grain. I thought you were going to go to if the yeast factory next door,
Oh, well,
for bread.
yes.
Yeah, make bread.
No.
It smell real good. No,
I was talking about
not-
corn.
Yeah, popcorn. No, because there could be a popcorn elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, other news. Thank you for that.
I'm here for you. I'm here for
The
you.
Ottawa County Sheriff's Office investigating after a body was found along Lake Michigan shoreline in Park Township
That's suspicious.
on Friday afternoon. Yeah, deputies say a person walking on the beach discovered the body just before 2:30 in the afternoon. Authorities say there's no active threat to the public and the investigation is ongoing. So not much known at this time other than the discovery, and officials are investigating. Other news, an independent candidate has entered the race for Michigan's 38th House District. This is the seat held by State Representative Joey Andrews. Jet Newton of St. Joseph announced yesterday that he's running for that seat. Newton is 20 years old, says he left the Democrat Party after working for the Berrien County Democrats to focus on what he describes as a working class agenda.
I come from a working class background and I seek to address working class issues. But instead of just using the buzzword, I plan to put money in your hands by basically getting rid of your taxes, income taxes through a state rebate, and getting rid of property taxes in addition, and making auto insurance in the state free for minimum insurance through the state.
Newton is proposing a 19.7% flat state income tax, along with rebates for lower income taxpayers, a ban on homestead property taxes, and a 1.5% wealth tax, and limited reparations for descendants of slaves. He says independent candidates can still influence policy.
So it only takes one third-party candidate succeeding on a platform for that platform to be appropriated by the powers that be.
State law requires candidates to be 21 years of age.
Mhm.
By the filing deadline, Newton says he will meet that requirement and has begun collecting petition signatures to qualify for the ballot.
Interesting.
I love seeing young people get involved in the political, and he
Yes.
sounds very well spoken.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
But I think you were commenting during one of the sound bites there, free auto insurance.
Yeah.
That's an interesting proposal. Haven't
Not
heard that one
haven't
before.
heard that one.
What do you think that would? I mean, what would that do? I mean, because I hate auto insurance premiums in Michigan.
Oh yeah. I mean, nobody likes auto, but it would basically run all the insurance companies out of the
Now
state,
that's what it would do.
Yeah.
Well, then we'd have a state system. We'd put the state on the hook.
which would be great, wouldn't it?
All right.
They
Well,
do such a
then
good
our
stuff.
taxes would go up somewhere
We
else.
could
Okay.
we'll
It's like
just
a
pay our
balloon.
taxes. Yeah. You'll just pay to the Secretary of State when you go to renew your tags. It'll cost you like $14,000.
Yeah, new tabs, $14,000. Okay. Well, anyway, so interesting stuff. We'll continue to follow that candidacy. Other news: South Haven Police marked the 50th anniversary of the line of duty death of Officer Michael McAllister with a memorial Friday outside of Town Hall. McAllister was shot and killed on January 9th, 1976, while responding to a report of gunfire. Police Chief Adam DeBoer says McAllister's legacy continues to be felt even to this day in the community.
Again, I never met Officer McAllister, but I believe a part of his spirit lives in every officer who puts on the South Haven Police Department uniform. A spirit of service before self, a spirit of commitment to community, and a courageous spirit that when danger arises is willing to meet it.
Yeah, McAllister's son Gregory thanked officers for honoring his father.
I really lost a big part of my life when he left. You know, he was my mentor. He was my dad. I'm glad he instilled respect and morals in me for me to live this old and be a representative of him.
Police say McAllister was shot 3 times during a pat-down of a suspect who was later captured and sentenced to life in prison. McAllister served 15 years with the department and is survived by 5 children. Yeah, nice memorial there.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, it's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We've got sports right now, a few important messages, and then we'll be back. We will stay here, keep talking on the video live stream at Facebook, YouTube, and the WSJM Smart app.
Sports on the mission.
All right. Teresa says that she's going to vote for the independent candidate. Is that because of the free auto insurance? Or the, let's see, Jet Newton proposing 19.7% flat state income tax, rebates for lower income taxpayers, a ban on homestead property taxes, 1.5% wealth tax, and limited reparations for descendants of slaves, plus the free auto insurance.
So I wonder how you find out whether you're, the obvious descendant of slaves, but there's got to be a lot of, that would be expensive.
Oh, the DNA and the tracking and the historical records and all that other stuff. I don't know. I imagine they've looked into it quite a bit because the reparations argument has been out there for quite some time.
It has.
Let's see. What else do we have in the news here? Oh, we've got to talk about the credit card cap. Because I find this fascinating, and it seemingly.
Let's see.
Hello.
There we go.
All right.
Mute button.
We seem to that just came out of left field. Yeah. I didn't see that coming. Did you see that coming?
No, I did not see that coming.
All right.
Which usually means when something like that gets thrown out there and everybody chases after it.
Yeah.
Usually means because something else is happening.
Oh, it's a diversion.
Yeah.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Little smoke screen.
Let's put the new food pyramid out there. We'll cap interest rates on credit cards at 10%, and we'll go into Venezuela. Hey, where's those Jeffrey Epstein files? How's that going? Don't ask about that.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, Saks Fifth Avenue. You've been there. I've never been to a Saks Fifth Avenue.
Haven't you?
No.
Yeah.
Where are they? There's one in New York, or probably a few in New York.
When I went to it was in Miami.
Oh, okay.
So.
Fancy. Did you get anything there?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Luxury retailer Saks Global planning to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They thought it was going to happen over the weekend. I haven't seen any reports that they actually did file for Chapter 11. But basically, people familiar with the matter said the owner of New York's century-old Fifth Avenue flagship store preparing to file for bankruptcy without a restructuring deal in place. Though they say they do aim to craft one in the coming weeks.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
They just haven't got there yet.
People have to like that.
Yeah.
The company is also in advanced discussions on a $1.25 billion debtor in possession financing package with creditors, which would allow it to keep its business running during bankruptcy and pay vendor dues. Saks Global did not comment when asked by media. This basically caps years of mounting pressures for a retailer that's been associated with and loved by movie stars and royals. And Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June Bowman says there's one in Chicago.
Oh,
so
very nice.
They have it. on Michigan Avenue.
I wonder, I mean, they have competition. Obviously, the internet hasn't probably helped them out greatly unless they've marketed into it.
Right.
Which I don't remember the last time I saw a Saks Fifth Avenue internet thing.
No, it's been a while.
Maybe I'm on the wrong algorithm.
Could be, just could be you.
I get Carhartt.
Well, there you go.
I don't get Saks.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, so that's interesting. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, June. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Bill. Who's this Mike Weibel guy? Good morning, Mike.
I don't know who it is.
Everyone else who's joining us on the video live stream. Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah. Okay, let's get back on the radio program and we'll talk about the credit card cap, the interest rate cap that the president has proposed. This one just leaves me. Had you heard about that when I reached out over the weekend?
No, that was the first
when you started reading it. What did you think initially?
I laughed. Well, because it seems like it sounds great. It sounds great,
right?
But like the bank's response is, well, we're going to have to limit the amount of credit that we give that.
Exactly.
So then you're going to find people that have problems with paying off their credit card bill, not being able to get credit.
Sound going away. All right, back in a moment.
And then we'll see clouds and chances of rain for tomorrow. High temperatures up around 43. Lake effect snow may be an issue for travel Wednesday, Thursday, and as we head into Friday as well. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Save it for the radio.
Yeah, well.
Save it for when we have the microphones on.
All right.
Okay, now go. No, I'm just kidding. Good morning and welcome. Don't go yet. Welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. It's Monday, January 12th, 2026. Thank you for joining us, 7:17. And we were talking on the video live stream about a few different things, including this new news item that came out pretty much over the weekend. Reviving a campaign pledge, President Donald Trump says he wants a 1-year, 10% cap on credit card interest rates. Do you know what interest rate you pay on your credit card right now?
Well, I don't keep a balance on my
right,
credit
but
card.
if you were to keep a balance, if you were to
somewhere between 24 and 26%,
that's pretty high.
It's high.
That's pretty high. Okay. I've got a couple of different cards, and I think they average around 11 or 12%. I have pretty good rates. Yeah. And I've appreciated that, but like you, I try and do my best not to keep a balance on it. But if I happen to, I know I'm going to get dinged that much. I don't like that.
No.
And thank goodness I'm not at like 24, 25%.
Right.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
And the president has said he didn't like that. He says Americans are getting ripped off.
Well, I remember when I took high school business law, it was actually a class I took in high school, and they talked about usury, which was loan
sharkery.
Right.
Yeah.
And basically their thing is like charging people 20%. And I was like, well, isn't that what credit cards are? And,
yeah, exactly.
Mr. Hill, my business law teacher, was like, yeah, well, anyhow.
But that's legal.
Right.
That's legal. Too big to fail. So the president wants a 1-year, he tweeted this out or put it on Truth Social, whatever. The president wants a 1-year, 10% cap on credit card interest rates, a move that could save Americans tens of billions of dollars, but it drew immediate opposition from the industry that would be most affected. The banks. Trump was not clear in his social media post Friday night whether the cap might take effect through executive order or legislation, though at least one Republican senator said he had spoken with the president and agreed to work on a bill with his full support. The president said he hoped it would be in place in 8 days by January 20th, which marks 1 year since he took office.
Getting after it.
I mean, very little happens in Washington, D.C. that
in
quickly.
8 days, right.
I mean, maybe you can get a cab to take you across town in that amount of time. Strong opposition from Wall Street, in addition to credit card companies, which, by the way, donated heavily to his 2024 campaign. They're like, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Banks are making the argument that such a plan would mostly hurt poor people at a time of economic concern by curtailing or eliminating their credit lines driving them to even higher cost alternatives like payday loans or pawn shops. The president wrote in his social media post, "Will no longer let the American public be ripped off by credit card companies that are charging interest rates of 20 to 30%. So researchers who took a look at the pledge after it was first announced that Americans would save roughly $100 billion in interest a year if credit card rates were capped at 10%. The same researchers found that while the credit card industry would take a major hit, it would still be profitable, although the credit card rewards and other perks might be scaled back. I mean, I took a look at this, and I mean, so initially, why is an interest rate high? Why do some people pay for loans, including credit card loans? Why do some people pay interest rates that are higher than other people? I can live right next to you, Mike,
Right.
and I might pay a higher interest rate.
Correct.
Why is that?
Well, based on your credit rating.
It's based on risk.
Right.
Yeah, and a credit rating is a measure, a metric of risk.
Yes.
How much money do you make? How do you pay your bills back? Are you good about paying your bills back on time? Do you carry a balance on your credit card? Americans, on average, are paying between 19.6% and 21.5% in interest on credit cards. That's according to the Federal Reserve. The reason they're paying those is, well, number one, the banks know they can get it.
Right.
And number two, the actuarial tables or whoever, the people who have the numbers and the computers and the slide rules,
Yes.
they're the ones who have understood that, okay, the likelihood of us getting some bad debt here is about this. So therefore, we'll make that up plus some by charging this interest rate.
Yeah.
So if you cap interest rates at 10%, roughly half of what is currently out there, what's that going to do? You think the credit card companies are just going to say, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. No, they're
We'll
not.
be good with that.
Right. They're going to either limit your credit availability or eliminate it altogether. And the same people who don't need a lower credit rating will still function at 10% and roll on. But
yeah,
everybody who's struggling and needs that help from some time to time. I'm sure the concern is as well is that if you give them 10%, people will just charge more, which only further exasperates the situation. But
charge more in which way?
Well, because if they are carrying a balance and they don't like the fact that they're paying 25% on their balance,
right?
Well, now if it's limited to 10, well,
they'll charge up more on their credit card.
Start carrying a balance because it's cheaper.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that's probably right. And I agree with you. I mean, I think the reaction from the banks will be, well, if you're going to require us to do this, which, by the way, I don't see a clear path, quick path for that to actually happen.
No.
Whether there will be a credit card company that steps up and says, can you imagine if Capital One stepped up and said, okay,
right,
we'll do it starting tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Everybody who has a balance from now through the rest of the month, you're at 10%. And then we go back for anybody after that.
For a year.
Yeah.
For a year. It would be interesting if they did that. It'd be a great way to get earned media, and you'd probably get a whole bunch of new customers.
You probably would.
And then after a year, everyone signed up for the credit cards, and then they go back to normal rates.
Right, exactly.
Which is, I have another question on that. Why only a year? Why is the president asking for the credit card interest rates to be capped at 10% for a year?
I think it's called midterms.
Oh. I mean, but why? I don't understand.
Well, inflation continues to be high yet.
Yeah.
And so people are concerned, frustrated.
Yeah.
Well, this would be another way, along with the summertime tariff check that people are supposed to get.
Yeah.
Now your credit cards are tapped at 10%.
Now you're flush then. You're going into midterms with some bank in your pocket.
You do.
Oh boy.
And people like to vote their pocketbook.
Let's see. According to news reports, there are some historic examples that interest rate caps do cut off the less creditworthy to financial products because banks are not able to price risk correctly. Arkansas has a strictly enforced interest rate cap of 17%. And evidence points to, according to this report, the poor and less creditworthy being cut out of consumer credit markets in the state. Shear's research shows that an interest rate cap of 10% would likely result in banks lending less to those with credit scores below 600. So, I mean, that's basically it, right? If the bank is forced to cap their interest rate, cap their amount of risk that they're able to recoup plus profit, then they will shrink the pool of people they will lend to.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, Senator Roger Marshall is a Republican from Kansas. He said he talked with the president on Friday night and said the effort is meant to lower costs for American families and to rein in the greedy credit card companies. This is a quote, who have been ripping off hardworking Americans for too long. Yeah. There is legislation, by the way, already in the House and Senate,
right,
which would do what the president wants to do. Who do you think introduced the bill in the Senate? Think guy with mittens and a scowl on his face all the time.
Mittens and a scowl on his face.
And he's an independent from Vermont. Bernie Sanders.
Oh, Bernie?
Yeah, Bernie. Yeah.
The mittens.
There are memes out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, social media. So Bernie Sanders had a plan, and it was co-sponsored by Josh Hawley, by the way, a Republican from Missouri, released a plan in February that would immediately cap interest rates at 10% for 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're hoping to use the president's call as leverage for their bill. Let's see what else. Hours before Trump's post on this, Sanders said that the president, rather than working to cap interest rates, had taken steps to deregulate big banks that allowed them to charge much higher credit card fees. So it was kind of
right
to Bernie. But then in the House of Representatives, there is a bipartisan bill from Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, AOC.
Yeah, AOC, from a Democrat from New York City, along with a Republican from Florida, Anna Paulina Luna. They've proposed similar legislation. Ocasio-Cortez is obviously sometimes a political target of the president, and maybe vice versa.
Right.
Luna seen as a close ally of the president.
Well, maybe what they could do is just leave the banks alone, and then he could come out with the Trump card.
Yes. Set up a new federal bank.
Right.
He could have Jay Powell run it.
Right. And have the Trump card, which only charges 10%.
Would it be gold or platinum?
Oh, it'd probably be platinum.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you'd have two different kinds.
Yeah.
Gold and platinum.
So the president is saying, I want this by January 20th to mark my 1-year deal. I don't think he has the power to do it by executive order.
I don't think so.
I don't think he can. I honestly don't think he can. And I don't think Congress would be willing to take that up. The bank lobby, not the one that you go into or they used to go into back in the 1800s. The bank lobby in Washington, D.C., very strong.
Yeah.
Very, very strong. And so
it makes me wonder whether, because in this situation, there's always going to be the other side of the argument.
Okay.
So you throw out a comment like this. Well, it sounds great, but do you really want to be on the other side of this argument? Because at some point, if you're like, no, this is a really bad idea, then when you come to midterms, it's going to be like, well, I tried to lower your interest rate to 10%, but these people wouldn't let me.
Oh, true. Very true. Make it a political football. No, you're right. I mean, and again, I'm not arguing on either side of it. I'm just throwing it out there as this is interesting. This is kind of a head scratcher.
Yeah.
But, I will say that there's probably people with their, the math sticks who are a lot smarter than any of us here that know the more you limit access to credit, the more negative impact you're going to have on the economy.
Right.
Even if it's just a perception that, okay, I'm if my interest rate is this, I will rack up some more bad debt, or I won't have access now, so I'll spend less.
Right.
In the case that I have to carry a balance.
Economy.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. So anyway, all right. Enough.
Yep.
All right. Fine.
We can move on.
We'll move. It's more coming up.
Talk about raising money. Can I talk about my calendars?
Oh, talk about your calendars. Absolutely.
So I found this article this morning, and that is Lakeview, Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
The people of Lakeview realize they need a new snowplow.
So wait. The people of Lakeview, Oregon, in the middle of winter decide they need a new snowplow.
Yeah.
Talk about planning
January
ahead.
9th. So Friday, they figured out,
okay,
the snowplow ain't working. We need to get a new one.
Okay.
And the suggestion was they're going to have to raise taxes.
Oh.
So the residents of the town decided, well, maybe we could do something else based on some past successes of other communities. And they are doing a tastefully nude calendar of their residents.
Of residents.
Yes.
Tastefully nude.
Tastefully nude calendar
Of the residents.
to raise money
Not the
for a
snowplow drivers.
No. Well,
Oh.
I guess you could.
What about
but-
the city council people?
Yeah, well, whoever wants to be tasteful, I guess.
Okay.
So far, they've raised $13,000,
Oh.
which is a little short of a snowplow,
Yeah, I'd say.
but still. And I guess they were saying in Vermont,
Yeah.
the Men of Maple Corner calendar raised $56,000 for a community center. So
Oh.
other communities are doing this.
Yeah.
So, if we need some things downtown, maybe we need to have a calendar,
Well, remember we had the parking issue in St. Joe.
right?
Instead of having parking meters, we could just do a tastefully nude calendar.
I think the St. Joe City Council should consider doing a new calendar.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. I'm going to go ahead and say no. Okay. 7:31. Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
No, that was good stuff.
Here to help.
Yeah. And I wonder, well, anyway. All right.
Come on, no, what do you want?
No, I just wonder. I mean, if there's a calendar of such sort and you don't raise, I mean, you got $13,000, you're far short of probably $100,000 for a snowplow.
right,
I mean, a cheap snowplow.
right.
What does that say about the community
Well,
support of wanting to see
well, how many people are going to be buying these calendars at $25 a crack? Literally a crack.
No, because now you have to multiply by 12. All right, 7:31 WSJM morning show.
What would you call a free account?
You're just going to get us in trouble. We're back on the video live stream here.
$25 a crack.
Yeah, $25 a crack. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like number one, some better planning could have been in place.
Could have been.
Maybe
Could
a
have been.
backup plow or something like
Yeah.
that. Number two, if you're really stuck in a hard place, get the boost the local economy. Everyone's got a snowplow on their truck.
Right.
Do it that way.
Yeah, could be, but they just thought they would. Maybe they're just a bunch of nudists wanting to do a calendar. I don't know. It's a good excuse.
No, I do like it. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's see, what else do we have here?
And guess, I know it's Monday. I know it's dreary. I know everybody's tired of
Who's
the weather.
tired? Who's dreary?
People.
Oh, okay.
But guess what?
Do tell.
After today, counting today, there's only 67 days left until the first day of spring.
Really?
Yep.
67 days.
67 days
Wow.
until spring. So 2 months, just a little over 2 months, and we'll be at the first day of spring. So take a deep cleansing breath. The sun will come out tomorrow.
I like it. I like it. Let's see here. Oh, here's one. Since you were talking about Oregon, I'll talk about Tennessee.
Okay.
The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency is investigating after a bear,
Yeah.
a bear ransacked a candy store in Gatlinburg.
Oh,
Not the first time it's done it. Not the second time. Apparently, after the fourth time, this bear has ransacked that candy store.
well, he's learned where the good candy's
He sure did. He likes the honey pops. Apparently, this is not the first time the bear has caused significant damage to the store. The store is now hopeful that the bear will be relocated. Relocated.
at. Oh, so the bear figures out where the candy is, and he's the one that's going to get relocated.
He's the one. Glades Homemade Candies shared on social media this weekend that this is the fourth time the bear has damaged the store. Photos of the damage show a glass door that the bear busted through, an overturned sheet pan rack, and pans that were once full of sweets dragged outside. According to the Post, the owners have nurtured their arts and crafts business in Gatlinburg for 35 years, but the
Wow.
bear has been a persistent challenge that they urgently need to overcome. Yeah, I bet their insurance company is saying the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like,
So wait, what? It was what?
Yeah.
What?
again?
For the fourth time?
Yeah,
No.
again.
No. In an update this weekend, Glades Homemade Candies said it has taken every reasonable precaution that it can to prevent the bear from accessing the store, including keeping the doors secured, using bear-proof dumpsters, and implementing additional security measures. They said the incident was reported. They hope the bear will be relocated. Yeah, they say they deeply respect and care for our bears and our natural environment and the Great Smoky Mountains, but they got to get rid of this bear. That is
Gotta get rid of the bear.
There's more to that story. I mean, at some point, do you think it's going to be found out that they were feeding the bear? Don't feed the bears.
Could be that.
And I wonder what kind of candy it's going after. Let's see. Glades homemade candies. Let's see what they do. I'm going to look it up here real
Probably
quick.
a lot of honey.
Honey-based stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here's their Facebook page. Let's see. Oh, they have ice cream there too. Look at that. Yeah, they say thank you to everyone who shared concerns regarding the bear. We've taken every reasonable precaution. We've reported it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, someone commented we need a candy named after the bear. They posted another thing. Yeah, bear ravaged us again. Sorry. Oh, they have good-looking candies.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like the cookies that are just covered in chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
I love those. Those are so good. Ooh, chocolate-covered strawberries. Yum, yum, yum. So all your usual stuff. Oh, here it is. Sourwood honey.
There, see?
That's what it is. Sourwood honey. Maybe they raided the bear's honey pot.
Could be.
Yes.
Or the bear realized he'd rather not get stung and just break in through the glass and,
Yeah, evolution. This is easier.
Right. Figure that out.
I'm not going to get stung. I'm going to go candy store.
I saw in Germany on Friday, they said that a guy was herding sheep and 50 of his sheep broke away and went to a grocery store. Went into the front door of the grocery store and just camped out inside, destroyed much of the grocery store and pooped everywhere.
That's gross.
It is.
Be right back.
Happy Friday.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
What day is it?
Monday.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
But it was Friday when the sheep were in the grocery store.
Sheep. Yeah. Sheep are cute.
Yeah.
Sheep are cute. Good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We were talking on the video live stream about a bear who had broken into a candy store in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Fourth time a bear had ransacked that store.
Yeah.
And then that got Mike thinking about sheep.
Yeah.
So anyway,
there you go.
Forecast for today, weather forecast, partly sunny and warmer, a high around 40, southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, a low of 30. The wind is going to still blow around 20 miles per hour. Tuesday's forecast tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of rain, a high around 43 degrees. Southwest winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. So we're going to start off windy again this week. We do have temperatures outside right now, 32 degrees, clear skies and windy in South Haven, 31 and windy in St. Joseph, 30 and windy in Benton Harbor. The feels like temperature has improved. We're about 13 degrees.
Oh, just.
Yeah, balmy.
Right.
Balmy. But how many days left till spring?
67.
67 days left till spring. 7:38 is the time. We've got the latest world and national news now.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. 15,000 nurses on strike right now in New York City. That outside Mount Sinai Hospital, one of several where the nurses started walking the picket lines this morning. It's the largest nurses strike in the city's history. The walkout over pay and working conditions. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says the Department of Justice has launched a criminal investigation into his testimony over renovations at the Fed's headquarters in Washington. But ABC's Elizabeth Schulze says
this is about so much more than a disagreement over, what the Fed is doing about construction of a building. Mm-hmm. This is about President Trump wanting to get rid of the head of this very, very powerful government institution, and the Justice Department under President Trump taking steps to launch this criminal investigation to suggest that Powell did something wrong.
Thousands of pro-government protesters in the streets today in Iran after days of demonstrations over the country's economy. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:39 after 8 o'clock. We'll have the latest world and national news from ABC and then our local news from the WSJM Newsroom, including these stories. The St. Joseph Township Planning Commission set to review a new proposal this week for the former Nye's Apple Barn property on Niles Road. Owner John Nye once again seeking some rezoning for a mixed-use project. We'll tell you the latest. Also, President Donald Trump raising the idea of the United States acquiring Greenland. Our local area Congressman Bill Huizenga says the heated rhetoric needs to stop. We'll talk about that story. Plus, Indiana-Michigan Power getting ready for a major transmission grid improvement project in our area, replacing some of the utility poles from the 1930s.
They've stood the test of time.
They've stood the test of time. They were a little bit worn out, so it's time to replace them in Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. We'll tell you where and when. They're giving you plenty of advance notice. Spoiler alert on that. So we'll talk about those stories and more. That's all coming up here on the WSJM Morning Show just after 8 o'clock. We've got the latest state news right now from our friends at Michigan News Network, and then sports.
The Michigan News Network.
Okay, back on the video live stream. Golden Globes were last night.
Yeah, I did see that. Of course, football was last night too, so I decided to watch Golden Globes.
Yeah, let's see. Highlights. Checking highlights from the Golden Globes, in addition to the outfits that some of the people were wearing. Let's see. 83rd Golden Globe Awards. Comedian Nikki Glaser was the host. She's funny.
Yeah, she is.
She's funny. Let's see. Best drama film, Hamnet. Hamnet?
Yeah.
Is that like a modern story of Hamlet or something like that?
be.
What is that? Never heard of Hamnet.
Hamlet on the internet. Hamlet.
I have not. I don't think Andrew Green has even reviewed that one. Has he?
Well, then it's not.
I mean, then how can they give a Golden Globe for something that Andrew Green has not reviewed?
I don't.
Best musical or comedy film, One Battle After Another. Have you seen this yet?
No.
We've seen this.
Okay.
Stephanie and I watched it because there was all the talk about, great movie, wonderful movie, blah, 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 blah. It's fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't, to me, it didn't break new ground. It was just.
Yeah, I think that's becoming a real problem with these award shows is that they give awards to movies that you're like, I don't know who saw them.
Yeah. Male actor, best male actor in a drama film, Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. Not seen that movie.
No.
Not heard of that movie. Have you heard of that movie?
No.
Female actor in drama film, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. Again, we don't know Hamnet.
We don't.
Winning the male actor in a musical or comedy film. This one went to Timothy Chalamet. Won for his role in Marty Supreme. That one I want to see.
Marty Supreme?
Yeah, that sounds fun. It's about a salesman who basically becomes a ping pong world champion.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of fun. Let's see. Rose Byrne won female actor for musical or comedy film. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Okay.
Another Skarsgård is out there. I don't know if this is the same family, but Stellan Skarsgård won male supporting actor for his role in Sentimental Value. Teyana Taylor won best female supporting actor in a film for her role in One Battle After Another. Let's see. Drama series, The Pit took an award. Comedy or musical, The Studio. Non-English movie, The Secret Agent. Oh, that's from Brazil. So no wonder I haven't heard or seen that one. Best animated movie, K-pop Demon Hunters. And best podcast. Apparently that's a newer category. Best podcast went to Amy Poehler for her podcast called Good Hang.
I did hear that in the news this morning.
Yeah. I appreciate that they're giving awards to the podcast. I wish they had given us notice because we would have put ours in. Southwest Michigan's Morning News, which reminds me, you can always get the Southwest Michigan Morning News podcast every morning around 5:30. We upload it to your podcast provider of choice. That's where you can get all the news stories, plus some additional stories that we have from around the state delivered right to you, your smart device, wherever you want to read it or listen to it, rather, wherever, whenever. Cool?
Yeah. So Hamnet is William Shakespeare's son.
Oh.
So it's William and Agnes Shakespeare had a son, and he died at a young death. And according to the movie, that's what inspires Shakespeare to write Hamlet.
Oh. So why is it Hamnet?
I'm not sure, but Hamnet is, it's because the son's name was Hamnet.
Oh, okay.
So they say that, yes, it's true that William and Agnes Shakespeare did have a son named Hamnet. He did die at a young age, but all the drama around it is somewhat fictional.
Oh, kind of a historical fiction thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know. They gave a nod to the late Rob Reiner.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they did.
They don't have an in memoriam segment, but and no tributes to all the Hollywood luminaries that are lost, but they did take a moment to recognize Rob Reiner. Yeah. Nikki Glazer donned a Spinal Tap black baseball cap in tribute to Rob Reiner.
Mm.
So there you go. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, apparently Steven Spielberg accepted the award for Hamnet. He did not direct the Hamnet. That was Chloe Zhao. But he was a producer on the film, so that's why he was there to receive the award. Award. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and Julia Roberts got a standing ovation.
For?
I don't know. She was presenting the Best Comedy or Musical Film Award. And I saw one media report, they called her the Queen of Hollywood. I never really think of her as the Queen of Hollywood.
I would not either.
Yeah. Meryl Streep, maybe.
Maybe, yep, maybe.
All right, back with more WSJM Morning Show.
And then we'll see clouds and chances of rain for tomorrow. High temperatures up around 43. Lake effect snow may be an issue for travel Wednesday, Thursday, and as we head into Friday as well. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
Teresa, little Kenny is fine. He takes Mondays off now.
It's part of his contract
in
2026.
Part of his 2026 contract. He sometimes makes an appearance on Fridays. He made an appearance last Friday, and he was injured. He had a workplace accident. Mike threw him across the room, and he separated into 3 pieces. So, but we fixed him.
But Humpty and Dumpty were able to put him back together.
Yeah. Hey, wait, who's Humpty? All right, 746 WSJM Morning Show continues. Let's do our Moody on the Market Update segment for this hour. Moody on the Market Update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. Talking about relaxing. Yeah, Sapphire and Salt is going to open on February 1st in St. Joseph, introducing a new era, what they call a new era of purpose-driven longevity wellness.
Okay.
Yeah. After a 26-year career in healthcare consulting, Holly Kleiman stepped away from corporate America to, in her words, build something deeply personal, an evidence-based wellness company rooted in prevention, compassion, and a reimagined future of health. Founded as a concept in January 2024, the Sapphire Collective, doing business as Sapphire and Salt, is a longevity wellness center preparing to open on February 1 in St. Joseph at 1901 Niles Avenue. The center, they say, will offer advanced, non-invasive therapies designed to support cellular health, reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, and promote healing beyond the limitations of conventional medicine.
Interesting.
Yeah, cutting edge stuff. For anyone wishing to enjoy the Sapphire and Salt experience immediately, you can purchase a Crown Jewel membership or a pre-opening package of 5 or 10 visits. They're on sale now, and we have a link right there in the article. Yeah, tell us about your news. Maybe we'll get you in there for some earned advertising, earned media.
No such thing as bad press.
Exactly. They say it's more than a traditional wellness space. Sapphire and Salt is intentionally designed as a sanctuary, a space that supports your mind, your body, and your spirit. All right. So if you want to read that article, find out about all the fun things they have stuff like full spectrum infrared sauna therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy. We heard about that from a different business as well. Cold plunge therapy, vibration therapy, bioengineerics, yeah, all kinds of heavy metal detox. That's where you get Black Sabbath and they play it on repeat. Right. Real loud. Okay. Anyway,
quieter.
If you want to read that article, check it out. It's at moodyonthemarket.com.
I am Iron Man.
moodyonthemarket.com. The Moody on the Market Update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles.
Insurance Management Service, your local
heavy metal detox.
So looking up your Queen of Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Who's the Queen of Hollywood?
According to this post, it should be Meryl Streep.
So I was right.
You were.
Look at that.
With the heir apparent to her throne of Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Stone, or Margot Robbie.
Robbie. Robe.
whatever that is. Her.
Huh.
So you're right, Meryl Streep.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Meryl Streep. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a lot of potentials. The ones that you listed, I'm probably 2 out of 3 of those.
Yeah.
So, Hollywood's a funny beast.
It is at that.
Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got our news coming up. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Oh, Surrett Nature Center. That's what I was trying to think of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we did our hike over the weekend with Samuel.
Surrett Nature Center.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun because it was, even though we went there 2 weeks ago, it was different this time because there wasn't the snow had basically melted.
Right.
Because the first time we were out there a couple weeks ago, they had cross country ski trails and they were groomed and everybody was out there on those. People were on snowshoes and everything else. Then in the interim, all the snow melted.
Right. So that's not there.
And then it got cold again. And so we were able to go out and enjoy a very nice hike out there.
Nice.
We didn't see any animals this time.
No.
Well, I mean, we saw birds basically, but we didn't see any. They apparently have mink out there.
Oh.
Mink and otter and beaver. And apparently people have seen and posted pictures of the otters out at Surrett. But the gentleman I was talking with at the Surrett Nature Center at the main desk, he said he hasn't seen the otters yet himself.
So at this point, it's all just speculative.
Well, there are pictures of the otters.
Are they AI?
Well, or are they just mink puffing up?
Oh. Mink on a good diet.
Mink on steroids.
Right.
They've been eating the creatine. Yeah.
How you doing?
Pump you up. All right, we've got a couple of more news stories to get to. What else should we talk about? There was a lot of international news. Sorry to bore you with that. Let's see. We did the credit card stuff. I don't want to talk about. Oh, we can talk about Mattel. Mattel has a new doll out.
I did see that. The new Barbie, right?
Yeah, new Barbie. So we'll talk about that. Holland Cruise. You can take a Holland Cruise for a pretty good price, and for no additional cost, you can get norovirus.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that an extra package, or does that just come as
nearly 90 people got sick in the latest norovirus outbreak on a Holland America cruise ship.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there were 2,593 guests on board the ship, but 81 of them reported being ill. What is it with cruise ships and norovirus?
Well, it's because everybody goes around and there's just all kinds of hands and
you're just in a closed environment and there you go.
Humidity. And,
yeah. Okay.
But every time I've been on a cruise, they always have the girls standing at the doors going everywhere who do have spray bottles.
Yeah.
They spray your hands so you are constantly being disinfected.
Yeah.
Washy, that's what they say.
Do that to the doors and handles and kids. Take the kids and scrub them up. Okay, we'll be right back. WSJM Morning Show.
Not going to give them the keys to your house. If there was any reason I can't trust them, they'd hit the door. I'm not going to put up with it. I've been here for 10 years. I want to make sure I'm here for 10 years more. We do extensive background checks on all the guys that we hire, make sure that they're good, honest citizens. I can't just hire somebody off the street, let them go in your house. If I don't have a good sense of their demeanor and who they actually are, I can't do it.
McKee's Heating and Air. Feel at ease with McKee's.
Your Southwest Michigan Bryant dealer. Whatever it takes.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
It's 7:54 on your Monday morning. 12th of January already.
It's going quick.
Going quick. 30 degrees in Benton Harbor right now. Windy conditions. St. Joseph, it's windy and 31 degrees. South Haven, windy and 32. Dowagiac, we've got mostly cloudy skies, 25 degrees. Buchanan, it's 26 under mostly cloudy skies. The feels like in Buchanan, 11 degrees. And that's kind of par for the course around Southwest Michigan right now. Feels a little chillier than what it is on the thermometer, so dress accordingly.
Chilly.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of more things in the news this morning. Mattel Incorporated introducing an autistic Barbie as the newest member of its line intended to celebrate diversity, joining a collection that already includes Barbies with Down syndrome, a blind Barbie, and other models that the toy maker added to make its fashion dolls more inclusive.
Yep.
Yeah, Mattel said it developed the autistic doll over more than 18 months in partnership with Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, which is a nonprofit organization that advocates for the rights and better media representation of people with autism. They say the goal is to create a Barbie that reflected some of the ways that autistic people might experience and process the world around them. They say that was a challenge because autism encompasses such a broad range of behaviors and difficulties that vary widely in degree. I mean, oftentimes people talk about it on a spectrum.
Right.
Where are you on the spectrum? And they say many traits associated with the disorder are not immediately visible. So they said, like many disabilities, autism doesn't just look any one way, but we can try and show some of the ways that autism expresses itself. And so that's what they're trying to do with the new Barbie. And so, for example, they say the eyes of the new Barbie shift slightly to the side to represent how some people with autism sometimes avoid direct eye contact. The doll was also given articulated elbows and wrists to acknowledge stimming, hand flapping, or other gestures that some autistic people use to process sensory information or to express excitement, according to Mattel. The development team debated whether to dress the doll in a tight or a loose-fitting outfit. These are the discussions they have at Barbie, Barbie Co. Some autistic people wear loose clothes because they're sensitive to the feel of fabric seams, while others wear figure-hugging garments to give them a sense of where their bodies are.
Okay.
Who knew?
Oh, yeah.
I think they're already doing their awareness campaign here. This is good.
For sure.
The team ended up choosing an A-line dress with short sleeves. What's an A-line dress?
I don't know.
You think there are females out there right now just going, it's this, you dummy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
All
sure.
right. Anyway, so an A-line dress, maybe it looks like an A, with a flowy skirt that provides less fabric to skin contact. The doll also wears flat shoes to promote stability and ease of movement. Each doll will also come with a pink finger clip fidget spinner, noise-canceling headphones, and a pink tablet modeled after the devices some autistic people who struggle to speak use to communicate. They also say the addition of the autistic doll to the Barbie Fashionistas line also became an occasion for Mattel to create a doll with facial features inspired by the company's employees in India and mood boards reflecting a range of women with Indian backgrounds. So there you go.
You know, you never think about, I never did really think about dolls and the repercussions or the effect of not having your origin or culture represented.
Yeah.
Until I heard a lady who was, as a child, was raised in the United States. She's as an Asian background as far as her country of origin. And she said, but there was no Asian dolls at that time.
Oh, yeah.
So people would buy her like African-American dolls because it was different than a white doll. And so she's like, it was just a really awkward thing when there was just no representation of anybody that looked like her.
Yeah.
And I really hadn't thought about it until she said it. I was like, yeah, that would be really tough as a kid to be like, well, where's me?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where is me? So broadening your viewpoint.
Right.
Opportunities endless. Okay. We've got 1 minute left to go before we go to our latest world and national news from ABC. I think we have time to squeeze this in. Nearly 90 people, different topic, nearly 90 people got sick in a norovirus outbreak during a Holland America cruise recently. Sorry, I giggle, but I'm just thinking to myself, okay, you get ready, you book your cruise a year in advance, you get the best deal you can, you got a port side window, everything's great, and then you come down with norovirus. How horrible.
And you're in those little bathrooms that they have on cruise ships that are like closets.
And all of them always have that wonderful aroma with them. They say among the 2,593 guests, 81 reported being ill, along with 8 crew members. The symptoms are exactly what you think they would be, coming from both ends. The health agency listed the impacted voyage dates as happening between December 28th and January 9th. Holland America said the cases were mostly mild and quickly resolved. They say it's not, even though norovirus is often associated with cruises, they only make up 1% of the world's reported outbreaks. Good news, comforting. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The announcement that Fed Chair Jerome Powell is now the target